This is what it comes down to, and this is what you play for. The Class B state championship. The Malta Mustangs and the Manhattan Tigers set to clash in a battle of the top seeds. Malta looking for their first state title since 2006, while the Tigers looking to redeem themselves from a runner-up finish a year ago. Northern Pikes Golf Club in Kalispell, Montana, the host of the Class AA state boys and girls golf tournaments, where some of Montana's best were finding fairways and sinking putts. With the high school football season coming to a close, it is now time to hit the hardwood. The CMR boys basketball team hit the court for the first practice of the new season. In the world of sports, upsets are one of the most exciting and heartbreaking aspects for teams and fans to experience. From the professional level to the high school level, they will always occur. And in week 4, the Bison from Great Falls High got to experience one of the more exciting upsets of their careers. The Great Falls High Bison traveled to Bozeman to take on the reigning Class AA state champs, and the evening couldn't have gone better for the Bison. After 13 long years, the Bison would walk out of Van Winkle Stadium with a win over the Hawks.
It was just like, it was being like on top of the world. Like, we just beat one of the very best teams, and it felt so great.
It was crazy. It was like, it didn't feel real when we beat them, but we did, and it was a crazy feeling.
With a tight game throughout, it took just that one play for the Bison to feel the momentum switch and give them the confidence to win the game.
But when Luke Aker had that pick, that usually that switched the whole momentum. I was on the sideline, watching, and as soon as that happened, you knew that this game is ours. We had it on lock, and that's what switched everything.
Upsets are always special, but this meant a little bit more for the team and led to a nice bus ride home.
It was a good time. I mean, no matter what team it is winning, the bus ride back is always 10 times better.
You usually fall asleep after for a while, but this bus ride, everyone was awake. It was love. There was music, there was everything. It was everything you would want after a win, and it was just so exciting.
The Bison will look to ride this hot streak when Billings Senior pays a visit to Memorial Stadium for homecoming night. From Great Falls, Adam Rodriguez, SWX Montana. The Great Falls Public Schools Board of Directors held their August meeting earlier this week. Back in June, the board discussed bringing high school baseball to Great Falls, where Athletic Director Mike Henneberg discussed the factors needed for consideration. This time around, the board voted on whether or not baseball would be added to high school here in Great Falls. The board was given 3 options, and some were to be based on if or when financial and organizational goals are met. The choices were adopt high school for the 2025 season, adopt high school baseball for the 2026 season, or to not adopt high school baseball. The board invited members of the baseball community to come up and speak on the topic for a final time before the committee voted.
We're a baseball family, and we want to help whatever colors we wear, whether it's Bison or CMR. We can have our little rivalries, but we still all are a community that want the same thing.
After members took the stand, the board would move into voting, and with a unanimous vote yes, high school baseball will be added to Great Falls in 2026. 2 current Legion baseball players were in attendance, and they are both ready to rep their school.
It'll probably feel pretty nice, like you see all the football players walking around, the basketball players walking around, like just repping the name, and you don't really have like your sport to do it because we're mainly baseball players, we don't really get anything else, so it'll feel nice to be able to like rep our name.
Yeah, I think that overall, I just think it's going to be a pretty cool experience to being one of the first wrestlers to have that on a team.
With the board's unanimous decision to introduce the sport in 2026, our local athletes like Deacon Bowles and Tristan Scobie are set to represent their schools with pride. From Great Falls, Adam Rodriguez, SWX Montana. In the world of sports, you hear the statement, age is just a number all the time. Well, here in Great Falls, 8-year-old Sadie Daniel is proving that statement to be true. Having accumulated 6 gold medals, 3 from this past regional event and 3 from this past Junior Olympics, Sadie has shown to be a young phenom on the track and in the pit.
I like the 200 the best is because it's an easier way to get to the finish line, and I go really fast when I run it.
Despite her young age, Sadie has found herself competing and beating not only girls older than her, but older boys.
It is really surprising. I didn't know I would be able to do that, so I was really nervous at the starting line when I started.
With Sadie shining on the track, Mom is able to watch her kids succeed from the stands with the feeling of nerves upon her.
Just watching both of my kids kind of do something that I really love doing, I can finally understand how nervous my mom was. It's really nerve-wracking. I think I'm more nervous that they're going to be disappointed in how they do than how they actually do. I just really want them to have fun. I feel like track's a dying sport, and so kind of getting them interested in something that maybe they can revive.
For Sadie, it's not just about competing and trying to win gold, but being able to be a part of this team is one of her favorite things.
It's that I could be on this team and that it's better racing against people besides myself.
Sadie is a perfect reminder that age truly is just a number, and with passion and hard work, anything can be accomplished. From Great Falls, Adam Rodriguez, SWX Montana. Welcome back. Montana State football playing in week 0 this year does have its pros and cons. Cons, starting fall camp 2 weeks early and playing your first game a week before everyone else. Pros, how about 2 bye weeks? One of those is this week for the Cats. Our Austin Parr decided to dive into some Montana State stats over the first 3 weeks. Take it away, Austin. Welcome to your SWX Sports Minute. Let's talk college football. The Grizz dominated over Morehead State on Saturday, and it was one for the books. Coming off a smack-in-the-face loss to North Dakota a week ago, the Montana Grizzlies find the win column once again, blowing by Morehead State 59-2. The Grizz run put together 410 yards on the ground and finished with a total of 7 rushing touchdowns. Kiali Yacht and Eli Gilman would each rush for a pair of touchdowns. Nick Osmo would reach 2,000 rushing yards. The defense gave up a total of 45 yards. Let's put that in perspective. The Grizz offense scored more points than the Eagles gained yards. Now, the Grizz will be back in action next week as they welcome Western Carolina. Not only did Montana Tech and Western play this weekend, both the Grizz and the Cats had some big matchups yesterday. The Grizzlies hosted the 24th-ranked team Northern Arizona, and the Bobcats took on number 7 Idaho. Be sure to tune in later tonight on SWX to hear how both these matchups went and to get all the highlights from each game. Definitely 2 games you won't want to miss out on, so be sure to tune in later tonight. That's going to do it for sports. We'll be right back.